Captured, Pic of Clarence Thomas face when Trump shows up. While Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas is typically characterized by his quiet, stoic demeanor, he made no effort to conceal his excitement when President Donald Trump paid a visit to the nation's highest court. Trump's visit to the court was the first since Justice Neil Gorsuch's investiture ceremony. From the time Trump announced his candidacy, the left has attempted to paint him as a racist, hateful, idiotic bigot. As the second-ever African-American Supreme Court justice, Thomas undoubtedly knows a few things about what racism looked like. But if Thomas's huge grin is any indication, he hasn't bought a word of leftists' hot air about Trump. See the image below. Although Thomas is African-American, that hasn't won him any favors from the left. In the liberal mind, it seems that even being black or woman or an LGBT individual isn't enough to forgive the sin of being a conservative. The Smithsonian's refusal to display Thomas's portrait in its National Museum of African American History demonstrates one of the clearest examples of the left's blatant discrimination against Thomas for his political views. The persistent efforts to undermine Justice Thomas are part of a deliberate strategy to silence a conservative voice from someone who might serve as a transformative role model in the African American community in particular, and the American community more broadly, wrote John Eastman, founding director of the Claremont Institute's Center for Constitutional Jurisprudence, The Washington Times reported. This poor treatment from the left, even those who claim to champion African Americans, might explain why Thomas, nominated to the court in 1991 by then-President George H.W. Bush, didn't look so ecstatic when former President Barack Obama visited the Supreme Court in 2012. Check out that picture here. Trump, by contrast, has shown he is a friend of conservatives, and conservatives on the court, particularly with his game-changing appointment of Justice Gorsuch. Justice Thomas definitely knows he has a friend in President Trump, and he isn't afraid to show he's happy about that fact. Like and share this post so everyone can see Justice Clarence Thomas's excitement while being photographed with President Trump.